Top 10 really weird facts about poop. No matter who you are, everyone produces fecal material. However, not everyone uses it in the same way. Nature has devised a plethora of ways to make sure that poop does not become a useless byproduct but is used to its full potential. Even the uses of animal feces are as shocking as they are off-putting. Number 10. Baby birds poop in their parents' faces. Many altricial baby birds, birds that require constant care in the nest, produce fecal sacs. These are created by their intestines, which encase their poop in a strong membrane, almost like a built-in poop bag. When these baby birds need to go to the bathroom, they aim their butts towards their parents and the latter pluck the fecal sac out of their behinds. This is done either to eat it, or to fly it away to keep the nest clean. In very young birds, their digestive system is weak and their poop retains a lot of undigested nutrition. As such, their parents are able to obtain essential nutrients by eating the fecal sac. However, as the baby bird grows, the bacteria in their guts become stronger and the parents no longer consume their baby's poop. Although some species continue to do so throughout the entire nesting period. Number 9. Some baby animals need to eat their parents' poop. Rabbits often eat their own feces as a way to get the nutrients they need that their digestive tract did not absorb the first time. But when a mother rabbit feeds her own poop to her babies, it may not be for nutritional purposes. Rather, it could be a way for baby rabbits to get the bacteria they need in order to establish their own gut biome. Just like pandas and hippos, baby bunnies benefit from consuming their parents' poop in order to have access to the necessary bacteria for digestion. Number 8. 4-foot poop squirts turns into laughing gas. A recent study of penguins' rectal pressure revealed that they can expel their feces with such force that it can travel up to 4 feet away. This is especially true when the penguins are on an elevated surface. Additionally, penguins' feces contains a high amount of nitrogen due to their diet. This nitrogen is then converted into nitrous oxide, which is commonly known as laughing gas, when it is expelled onto the soil. The amount of nitrous oxide created by penguins is substantial as researchers studying king penguins in Antarctica experienced nausea and headaches after wading through their feces for hours. Number 7. Poop into paper. Pandas are notorious for their voracious appetite, and that means they spend a lot of time pooping. On average, they produce 10 kilograms, 22 pounds, of poop per day, which can be expensive to dispose of for conservation centers and zoos. To help offset the cost, they decided to take a cue from elephant conservation centers who use the fibrous plant material in elephant dung to make paper. Since panda poop is composed of 70% indigestible bamboo remains, it can be used to make various products, such as toilet and tissue paper. Who wouldn't love the idea of wiping their behind or nose with something that came out of a cute animal's butt? Number 6. Hippos' massive poop kills fish. It is well known that hippos spray their dung over 10 meters away when on land, a behavior used to mark their territory. However, it is when they defecate in the water that causes more harm. A study conducted on the hippos in the Mara River on the border of Tanzania and Kenya revealed that the 4,000-strong hippo population releases 8,500 kilograms of dung into the river every day. The waste accumulates on the riverbed and during dry season, the water becomes filled with toxic chemicals from the poop. Bacteria feed on the nutrients and use up the oxygen that fish need to survive. In order to determine the effects of the hippo poop, researchers collected 16,000 liters of water polluted by the hippos and, in an experiment, released it into a hippo pool. This simulated a flushing flow, and the results showed a dramatic drop in oxygen levels, as expected. Number 5. The poop dance of the sloth. Sloths are known for their slow pace, and their digestive system is no different. It can take up to a month to process the food they eat. As a result, they only need to poop once a week, but when they do, it's quite a spectacle. When a sloth poops, it can expel up to a third of its body weight, which would be the equivalent of an average human pooping out nearly 45 pounds in one sitting. Though there is no consensus among scientists, many believe that the reason sloths take the risk of climbing down from their treetop home to do their business is so that the moths in their fur can lay eggs in the excrement. This theory suggests that the sloth's poo dance has an evolutionary advantage, and it's worth taking the risk of a long and dangerous descent. Number 4. Pasty butt, killer of baby chicks. A frequent cause of death among baby chickens is a condition referred to as pasty butt. This occurs when the chick's digestive system is not yet mature enough to properly process their food. Stressful situations can cause their droppings to become thick and sticky, clogging the vent and preventing them from excreting waste. If not addressed, a chick with pasty butt usually perishes within 48 hours. Lucky for baby chicks, constipation-related death can be prevented with a warm, wet cloth to clean their behinds. If the issue persists, a gentle massage may help the chick eliminate the waste. To further protect the vulnerable area and stop other chicks from pecking it, some Vaseline can be applied to the chick's bottom. As we learned from a previous article, chickens may be inclined to eat one another, and an exposed, hurt vent might make a constipated chick a target. Number 3. Poop, cubed. The shape of poop is not something that usually comes to mind, but for wombats, cube-shaped feces offer an incredibly convenient advantage. Wombats use their poop to communicate with one another, building up piles on the surface to let other wombats know they are in the area. Since cube-shaped poops don't easily roll around and topple the pile, they make it much easier for wombats to communicate and advertise their presence during mating season. The peculiar phenomenon of cubic wombat droppings had long been a mystery, yet few researchers were willing to take it on. However, some biologists decided to take on the challenge and found that the fluid in the marsupial's digestive tract solidified in the last quarter of its intestines. What's more, the elasticity of the last 8% of this tract varied in a special way, which caused their poop to take on a cubed form. This is a remarkable example of the power of evolution. Number 2. Mandrills use poop to social distance. For centuries, mandrills have been practicing a form of social distancing, using their superior olfactory senses to detect when another monkey is infected with a parasite. By quickly sniffing the feces of other mandrills and detecting an alteration in the body odor, they know to stay away and maintain their distance. This behavior has been observed in the wild and is a remarkable example of primates using their keen sense of smell to protect themselves from disease. While they usually avoid the sick monkeys, they don't completely ignore them. They may still break the quarantine to groom them, just avoiding the monkey's anal area in order to steer clear of any parasites. It's as if they are wearing masks for protection. Number 1. The poop at the bottom of the sea. When scientists first explored the depths of the sea, they observed what appeared to be white flakes, resembling those of snow in the sky, drifting down through the water. In reference to this, they named this phenomenon marine snow. Marine snow is a combination of sand, dust, dead plant and animal matter, and marine feces. This material takes weeks to sink to the bottom of the ocean, and is thought to cover about 3/4 of its surface. There, it accumulates over time to form an ooze of decaying organic matter. It is estimated that, over millions of years, the ocean floor has been layered with a thick mixture of ancient corpses and excrement.